Welcome back, everyone, to Ferris Sports Update. Time for Bulldog Volleyball, and with us, head coach Tia Brandel-Wilhelm. And Coach, welcome to today's show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Bulldogs coming off 2 more wins this past weekend at home over Ashland and Lake Erie, both by 3-0 scores, and now 14-3 on the season. And first of all, congratulations on what happened this past weekend.
Thank you. I thought our girls played really well, so it was really fun to see them be able to win both of those in 3.
Only the 2 home matches you have for a couple weeks here as you get ready to hit the road. But as you look back, I know a lot of preparation spent on Ashland. They came in as a very good opponent, 13-2 on the year, and but your team was really able to take control early in the match.
Yeah, I was really pleased with that. Ashland was a very good team, and I don't think they played their best match for sure. But I really thought our defense was able to force them into some things, make them take some swings offensively that they didn't really want to take. And Jesse Ortiz, our assistant coach, he coordinates our defense most of the time during the matches. And I thought he did a really nice job of forcing them into some just situations they didn't want to be in, which allowed us, to be a little bit easier in the match.
As we go to the highlights actually of that match, what was some of the focus as you went in terms of what you wanted to do against the Eagles?
Well, defensively for sure was a big focus because you've got Brittany Snyder over there, and she's one of the top hitters in the country, and we wanted to make sure that we had our defense set up on her. So that was for sure a big part of what we did. And then offensively, we're just looking to do the things that we do and just do them well. You see here. Angie Kent just does a great job of holding blockers, and Sam's able to find the hitter that just got one blocker, and that's always an advantage to the hitter.
Angie Kent, a player that maybe didn't get as much playing time in the past, but has really came on and is having a nice year, among the top 10 in the conference in attack percentage.
Yeah, she's doing well. She last year during the season, she just improved greatly from the beginning of the year to the end. But she had 2 other middles in front of her, so she just didn't get out onto the court until really into the postseason, and I thought she did a great job in the postseason, and ever since then she's just really held her spot out there.
Both Ann Sutton and Allie Brecht leading the Bulldogs with 9 kills apiece, but really a balanced effort against Ashland, and everybody was really provided a valuable contribution.
Yeah, Sam does a nice job of finding hitters that are playing well, but also just distributing the ball so that their defense can't really set up on any one player, which makes it easier for everybody. We can get a lot of one-on-ones if they're having to play the whole net.
As we go into Saturday's match, taking on Lake Erie, and the Storm coming in maybe not as impressive as a record as Ashland, but I know you still expected a pretty hard-fought match out of them. Yeah,
they're pretty, they got some really good hard workers on their team, and they haven't won a lot. They're pretty small and just not really experienced for the GLIAC, but they're coming along, and we knew that they would come out and play hard. They always do. So we were really excited just to have a good ball control night and just be able to get a lot of people involved in the offense. And we were able to get everybody in the game and get some significant time for some of our younger players that haven't been playing hard in practice, but maybe not having the opportunities to play in games. But we want to get them a little seasoning so that they're ready when their opportunities do come.
As you took on Lake Erie, you win the first set 25-8, and as you mentioned, we're able to work some other players in the lineup. What did you see out of this match that you really liked?
I just thought that we really worked hard to control our level of play. And sometimes you can play up and down depending on your opponent. And, we played a great opponent Friday night and an opponent without a lot of wins on Saturday. But I thought our level of play stayed strong on both days. And that's a big deal for an inexperienced team to be able to hold their level of play high.
Another highlight of the weekend against Lake Erie was the chance to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the 1987 Final Four team, and I know a team that really helped build the tradition here at Ferris State in volleyball.
Yeah, for sure. It was just amazing to have some of those players back, and some that couldn't make it sent us messages, and it was an amazing experience because those women really set a bar for the program, and they're people that we have looked up to for years. So it's just really neat to have them around, to have them interacting with the current team, and really just to have the chance to honor them because they did something, they set the course for history, and to have that chance to honor them and recognize them was really a privilege.
Kind of nice that it comes, their 25th anniversary comes in the same year as the 40th anniversary as well of Ferris State volleyball.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So, and it's unique because we'd only had the volleyball program for 15 years, and there they were in the Final Four. I mean, that's a pretty big step and an exciting time for our program.
This week, you hit the road. You travel to Aurora, Illinois to take part in the GLIAC GLVC Crossover,
Yeah.
the nation's largest college volleyball tournament, and three tough matches coming up against good teams out of the Great Lakes Valley Conference.
For sure. They have a really great conference. Just, top to bottom, they just really play hard and play strong. And we're playing University of Indianapolis, Lewis, and University of Southern Indiana, and they're all three great opponents and great teams, and with great records. And so it's going to be definitely a challenging weekend.
How important are these matches in terms of maybe the regional rankings that are going to come out and preparing yourself for postseason play in the regional tournament?
I think this weekend determines a lot of what happens in the postseason play. If you don't get any wins this weekend, you're probably not going to the postseason. If you get two, then you maybe got a chance, and so everyone's just in there fighting, and both conferences know that. So every match you play is definitely a fight.
You're 14-3 overall, won 8 matches here in a row, and as you look back towards last year, kind of similar last year, you really got on a nice roll and were able to win some matches. What's been maybe some of the differences from last year to this year?
Everything. Our team is just so different. So it's just been a really unique season, just in developing players that have been around in the program but haven't had opportunities, and teaching them and bringing them along, just developing our leadership. We've got 6 great seniors, and they're each unique in their leadership, and just being able to pull in their strengths and use those within the program. It's just been an entirely different season. And frankly, we're not really worried about the games we're won. We're just trying to win the next one and just trying to get a little bit better every day in practice. That's really all that we think about.
I know a couple of players have kind of changed their roles from last year to this year. Courtney Ream, Brandy Marin, a couple of those to name a few. And how have they adjusted to those new roles this season?
They work really hard, and we're lucky we have the spring season to kind of work some people in and to test some things out. But those girls work really hard, every single one of them, and even some of the ones that don't play as much have changed their roles and just moving into different things. You see Paige Wire playing defense instead of setting, and you see Angie Kent, instead of being a backup, being a more of a go-to player for us. So it's just it's different for everybody, but that's what happens when you graduate kids and you grow up as players. You just have to step into new roles.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on 2 more wins. The Bulldogs ranked 21st in the nation coming into this weekend, and best of luck as you travel to Illinois to take on three great teams.
All right, thank you so much, Rob.
That's been another episode of Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Thanks for tuning in.